All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back once again on this lovely Thursday. We're getting a really nice run on UCAR. You guys see what's going on UCAR? My God, what a great runner up. Started 8 o'clock this morning at $3, already at 540, and the market's not even open. That's why we love pre-market. But anyway, good to see you all, everybody here in the Cyber Group room, everyone here on social media. Welcome back. Once again, we're live every morning at 9 a.m. at 2:30. By the way, I'm going to be doing a live event today at 12 o'clock. But if you see that little QR code on the top left-hand corner, if you're watching social media, just click on, you take your phone, scan it. You could also, click on that link that we put in the chat room. We'll get you in there. But in the meantime, listen, yesterday was the AI day. Yesterday, we had so many AI stocks that were moving. We're going to talk about them. And like I said, there's a lot of little cheap little stocks moving, just like this UCAR. My God, I mean, just looking at it, the icebergs out there, everything is just awesome. So let's go out there and check out some of the stocks, what we got going on. And oops, my mic was not on over here. There we go. Didn't have my mic on the other room. But let's go over and talk about some of the stocks that are moving and talk about what to look at, what's going on, and everything. By the way, Philip, one of our students in the side group room, made about 26 cents on UCAR. All right, way to go, Phil. There you go, rock and rolling right there. Nice way to start the morning. Market's not even open, and you're already that's what it's all about. Anyway, let's talk about what happened yesterday, because yesterday was the AI day. There were a lot of stocks that were moving. I want to start off with, I mean, I can go on and on and on. The only thing that did not move is AI. Okay, so AI took a very little bit of a hit right here. You could see it. Stock has been on such a great run up. Went all the way to 45, came all the way down to $30, and it's getting crushed right now. And the reason why it's getting crushed is because yesterday was earnings on AI. So this is why you got to be really careful. Listen, I know everybody is smoking, drinking the Kool-Aid, regarding what happened with NVIDIA, and like, oh, maybe AI will do the same thing. Listen, I'd rather be more super conservative. You guys should know me by now. I'm not this big speculative. Listen, the reason why I'm here today after 30 years is because I didn't take big chances. Now, there are people out there and they do phenomenal and good for them. But for someone like me, listen, I'd rather make it slow and steady. That's why we don't get too cocky and too crazy. And you could see it happen with AI. But there were a couple of stocks that did do really well. Let's look at a couple of them. GFAI. So GFAI, you could see that on the intraday. Let me just blow up the stock here a little bit bigger so you guys can watch what's going on. That thing had a great movement from 5.7 to 680. CXAI, another good, nice little run in 970 up to $15. Once again, beautiful cyber clock. Tells you when the best time to trade, when not to trade. Built this thing 30 years ago. You know how important it is to know the times during the day. That one did well. What was the other one that moved? IDAI was the other one. There's another one right there. Cheap little stock, 1030, went from $1.90 all the way up to $3. I mean, you don't need to spend a lot of money on these stocks. That was awesome. And a couple other ones that moved pretty well was SOFI, SOFI. SOFI has just been on a little bit of a tear lately. You could see it had a really good pop early in the morning. Tesla, which, we're not always a big fan of trading a brand name, but this did trickle down onto other stocks. Like Tesla had really good regarding earnings yesterday right there. And huge pop while the market crashed. You didn't really see any news. Could be an option squeeze, basically. And then what else we got? That pretty much does it. I mean, that's more than enough that we had to look at. Now, that's what happened yesterday, okay? And this is why we love what we do. Today's a brand new day. And I say it all the time. It's like Groundhog's Day. You know what? You've seen the same exact stocks like yesterday, and they're different stocks today, but they trade exactly the same. So think about, you never missed anything. I was watching the financial stations this morning, and now you're starting to get people, telling you, oh, is the rally, is there going to be a crash in the market? I'm waiting. You're getting, I saw what happened in Germany, but meanwhile, their market is breaking highs, all this crazy stuff. And yeah, too, Roger, I forgot about the Carvana too. CRVA. Why am I typing in the wrong window? right here. There we go. Carvana. Big pop right now. We're going to put that on the watch list too. The CVNA. So anyway, regarding about it, listen, there's never a good time to not buy a stock. So don't think like, oh, it's not ready. And maybe I'm worried about the market. It moves all the time. Okay. You know, I was asking somebody, I told you this, one of my neighbors next to me is a huge real estate buyer. Okay. And, you know, and he took some of our class, he took my classes too, educated him, you know, when he has these free times, he goes into the market. And one thing that he always said, and it made sense. I'm like, listen, he's an educator too. And I'm like, and by the way, he will be on, I'm going to bring him on in the trade in cyber group, which I'm going to make another big announcement. It's going to come up in the next few moments. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But he told me the same thing. I'm like, listen, I'm thinking about getting into real estate. We all want to get into real estate, right? You want to diversify. And I'm like, but I hear the market's going to crash, the interest rates. And he goes, listen, there's always opportunities to buy something. Okay. You could buy something in a great market. You could buy something in a terrible market. Are you buying it for yourself personally to live in, or are you looking to make money? Believe me, there's deals all the time. It's like buying a car. You know, there's always good deals. Somebody comes up to me and says, hey, you know what? I just lost my job. I got to get rid of my car. You interested? Because I don't want to give it back to the bank. Okay. I like you. I want to give it to you. You know, and I know that, you know, you might feel bad about it, but better you giving it to you than give it to somebody else. So as a trader, you learn this, that you don't take things personal. There's always opportunities out there. So let's go back and talk about what's going on in the market and see what's moving. And then, by the way, I will tell you about the good news of a big announcement we're going to be doing moving forward here at Cyber Trade University. I want to start off with UCAR. So UCAR, I'll bring up the level 4 over here, and you can see right here that it doesn't, there's a little bit of algorithms going on. There's a little bit of ladder effect that's going on, but the stock had a really, really good move. You could see there's not really big orders out there as seeing those big clear iceberg orders, but it is trickling up. Buyers keep bidding it up. You could see it down here. They keep buying it, buying it, buying it. Stock is pretty strong. So UCAR, if you didn't trade it in pre-market already, and if you haven't been here, you know, obviously being in the cyber group room, you could see that stock right exactly around 8:30, at 8 o'clock this morning. That's when it started making this big move. If you were in the cyber group room, you should have, and if you're here early, I would think you probably should have got it somewhere around the 436. You know, by the time it came in and made up the rankings, somewhere around there, you see it did a shake, kept breaking a high. It looks like it's doing a new higher high. So we're going to keep an eye on UCAR. Now, for some of you here, you probably think, is it too late to get in it? That's the problem between some of you that are watching this on social media versus the ones that are in my trading room. Market opens up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We start getting active around 7:45, 8 o'clock. This is why you want to trade it. So if you want to get in the trading room and you want to see how to do that, just got that QR code. Just click on it right there on the top left-hand corner. Another stock right there that also is gapped up pretty big, but she didn't really go anywhere. She took off and she's flatline right now. UEUN, REUN. So scratch this out, even though it's the second biggest percentage gainer. WLS was a good mover. I saw this made a big pop. We've been trading this last couple of days. I talked about it yesterday. It was moving yesterday, and you could see the stock. It was literally a 40-cent stock. And I'm always going to say this. I'm not a fan trading stocks under $1 because of the fractions, you know, the decimals of tenths of a penny. But once it broke $1, you could see the thing really had a really good move. It's testing yesterday's a couple of days, it was 2 days ago, resistance levels right around there. I hopped over here on level 4, and just to get to show you what I got going on right here, there's somebody that did show up here around 220. It's not a lot. It's only about 21,000, 10,000. You got a 31,000 share buy around here at $1.90. So you can see it's trading in that range right there. And when I zoom out, not really see any big other orders out there, but it's really kind of channeling within those two numbers. So listen, it looks like there's opportunities out there. I will be really careful trading something that moved up this fast and this high, but I'll put it on the watch list. So we got the WLDS. Next biggest percentage gainer, MNPR. Pharmaceutical stock got crushed a couple of days, back in March. It's making a little bit of a comeback. It had a little bit of a good move. I don't know. I like the volume. The volume looks okay, but a 41,000 share seller just showed up right here at $1.39. So I would probably back off on that right now. You guys remember QSG Cyber Traders, right? This stock, remember one day we traded the stock, it ran from $9 to 28. But anyway, not really doing anything in pre-market, would scratch that out. This stock is trending down. Remember, we're working off the big percentage gainers. I don't care what these companies do. I don't want to know. I'm just here to make money. And it's all about risk to reward. So we're getting right around the 8 percentile. So we're pretty much done there. This stock, any dead cat bounces, any good volumes, nothing really there that looks pretty attractive. All right, New York Stock Exchange, Chewy. You all know about Chewy. We talked about that yesterday. Chewy looked like it's making a big move. Great online store to buy, all your pet food and stuff like that. Chewy's gapped up a little bit. Let's go check and see what's going on here. If there's any orders out there, let me load it up and see what we got going on. Let's go check on Chewy. All right, so there was a really big iceberg order right around $35.10. The seller got done. Let me show you right there. So right around 8:30, this guy's been out there since 7 this morning. He got taken out. That's a pretty good sign. You got about another. This ain't even that big. There's only 62,000 at 36. So that was a pretty big order right there. That was about, pretty, maybe about 20,000, 30,000. You can see that big volume bar right here. It right there kind of moved right there. So yeah, stock looks pretty interesting. Chewy looks like fun stock. New York Stock Exchange. Ooh, my God. Let me tell you something. Yesterday we traded, I put Boyle on the watch list and I was saying, you know what? Boyle might make a big move. The stock got hammered. Thank God I sold that stock. Thank God. That's all I can say. I'm glad I got out of it. Jesus, that thing got hammered. Would have probably lost like 30%, 40% if I still had those positions. Here's this little cheap little stock that's moving, 100,000 shares. You see, the problem in New York doesn't really trade that much pre-market volume. We got some movement on Macy's. So 4 million shares. AI is up here. TMF, little cheap little move. Volume is okay, 1%. There's Carvana. So we got that. Any of these stocks look pretty good. I don't really see that much out there. Manuel, you said you sold your Boyle. It took a loss of 15 cents. Let me tell you something. 15 cents, a lot better than $15. Some people still holding it all the way up there. So, but and one thing we've learned here at Cyber Trade University, I tell you this, because remember, we have phase 3 after this class. So if everybody that's a student, remember at 9:35, you're going to be trading live with me, and we're going to take everything that what we've learned and put it to the test. So make sure you're in there. But regarding about the rest of the list, listen, the market's really not going anywhere. It's kind of flat. Bitcoin's down 200. What else we got going on? I don't really see that much going on. Dow futures is down 90. Not really a lot going on. Target's still going down. I would keep an eye on the short on Target. So I'm going to put TGT. Remember, we talked about Target yesterday, and I said you had to go back all the way back here. And it looks like could be somewhere right around this 120. So we're about 5-6 points away. That thing's really taking a big hit. Just amazing, and getting back to Target and you hear it on the news all day long. Target, Budweiser, Disney, you see them all out there taking big hits regarding about, this whole woke thing that's been going on. Listen, if you're a woke fan or not a woke fan, if you're in for diversity or not, you could see that, how these stocks can get really hurt. And as much as you're like, oh, I don't believe in it, this is not really true. This is just bad, publicity. That's great. As a trader, I love the company too. I love Bud. I love my son always tells me let's go to Target, but doesn't mean I'm not going to short it as a trader. So always keep that in mind. All right, everyone. Yeah, Chuck Coles is doing pretty well because it's the opposite of Boyle. So that's really doing that pretty well. So you get, and there's some good options on it. All right. And by the way, anything else that I'm missing that you guys want me to bring up regarding any of these stocks? Not a big list today. Not a really big list. Okay, it's kind of tight. But listen, we only need one. All right. Now, a couple of big announcements before we go. All right. Today at 12 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a live trading event, teaching everybody how to trade today's volatile markets, learning iceberg orders. So if you got your phone, just click it, or you got that little link on the right-hand side in the chat if you're watching on social media. Also, we got phase 3 that's going on today. So if you're any of our students here at CTU, 9:35, phase 3, the final classes that we teach. Remember, we're going to meet at this morning and the afternoon for the next 2 days. And then the big announcement I want to make is this. Starting next week, we're going to start doing we're going to start bringing all the top traders and top presenters that I know in the industry that are going to start coming in on Wednesday. And we're also going to be doing a lot of workshops. So if you want to come and join us, like I said, just click on that barcode right there. But cyber traders, we're going to be doing it in a trading room. We're going to move away from Zoom. I'm not a fan of Zoom anymore. Zoom was great, but our technology in our trading room is just so much better. The interaction, everything, you just click tab by tab and you go from one room to the other. So everyone's more than welcome to join us. Next week, we're going to the first lesson we're going to be doing is we're going to get Rich that's going to be doing a workshop on knowing the difference between online brokers and direct access, how to set up your trading platform, like what you need, internet connection, everything, and what you got to stay away from. It's not going to be not be a big workshop, but I think it's something that for some of you want to know how to get started into trading and want to know how to do it. That's going to be the first workshop. And that is the beginning of the big failures of people in today's industry. All right. It's all about getting set up and how to get started. So we're going to be working on that. So I'll see you back, everybody, here at 9:35. Traders, once again, you see something, say something. Everyone on social media, we'll see you back here at 12 o'clock, same time, same place. And once again, we'll see you back here at 2:30 for the afternoon to trade the afternoon markets. So don't forget to register. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading and be safe.